Welcome to our deep dive into the world of rare and valuable 1979 quarters. In this video, we explore the top 3 most expensive and ultra-rare quarter dollars minted in 1979, the 1979D, 1979P, and 1979S. These coins might look like just another standard Washington quarter at first glance, but they contain errors that have skyrocketed their value in the world of coin collecting. The history behind the 1979 Washington quarter design. The 1979 P proof strike error. Next up, let's talk about the 1979 P quarter, specifically the proof strike error. Proof coins are made using a special process. They're struck multiple times with polished dies to give them a mirror-like finish. Normally, proof coins are perfect, designed for collectors and not meant for circulation. But sometimes, a proof strike error can occur. This happens when the coin is misaligned during the minting process, or it doesn't get a clean strike. The result is a proof coin with a poor finish or misaligned design. These errors are rare and incredibly valuable. If you happen to come across a 1979 P quarter with this proof strike error, it could be worth $3,000 to $7,000, depending on the condition. And if you've got a particularly rare specimen in uncirculated condition, you could see its value climb even higher. The 1979 D double die error. First up, let's talk about the 1979 D quarter with the double die error. The 1979 D is one of the most sought-after quarters in existence. The doubling you see on these coins is the result of a misalignment of the dies during the minting process. Essentially, when the die strikes the coin, it was slightly shifted, creating a second impression. This is most noticeable on the obverse of the coin, particularly on the words Liberty and In God We Trust, where you can clearly see the letters doubled. While this error might seem subtle at first glance, it has big implications in terms of value. Coins with this double die error are worth between $500 to $1,000 in decent condition, but if the coin is in mint condition, you're looking at prices that can exceed $10,000. Yes, some rare specimens have been sold for that amount. So, if you have any 1979 D quarters, take a moment to carefully inspect them for this error. It could be worth a small fortune. The 1979 S clipped planchet error. Lastly, let's talk about the 1979 S clipped planchet error. A clipped planchet occurs when the blank metal used to make the coin is improperly cut, resulting in part of the metal being missing from the coin. The result is a coin with an irregular shape, sometimes like a small bite has been taken out of the side. These clipped planchet quarters are one of the rarest types of errors, and they're highly desirable among collectors. Because of the nature of the error, you'll never find 2 clipped planchet coins that are identical. They're truly one-of-a-kind pieces. If you find a 1979 S clipped planchet quarter, you could see it fetching anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000, depending on how much of the coin is missing and the condition it's in. This is one of the most coveted errors in the world of coin collecting. How to spot these rare 1979 quarters. Alright, now that we know what makes these 1979 quarters so special, let's talk about how you can spot them in your own collection. First, take a close look at the lettering on the obverse of the coin. If you see any doubling on the letters, it could be a double die error. Next, check the edge of the coin. If there's any irregularity or a part of the coin is missing, you might have a clipped planchet. For proof coins, look for a mirror-like finish and check for any misalignment in the design. And, as always, make sure to carefully grade your coin to determine its condition, as that will play a major role in its value. To wrap things up, the 1979 D, 1979 P, and 1979 S quarters are much more than just regular pocket change. These quarters, especially when they feature minting errors like the double die, proof strike errors, or clipped planchets, can be worth thousands of dollars. So the next time you go through your change, remember, you might just find a rare gem hiding right under your nose. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin videos. If you've ever found a rare coin, share your story with us in the comments below. See you in the next video. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, featuring Washington's portrait on the obverse, remained relatively unchanged for decades. However, by 1979, the United States Mint had already been producing these coins for almost 50 years, and there were some interesting changes that occurred during that time. In 1979, the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint were all actively producing quarter dollars. These mints used different dies and equipment, which led to the creation of a variety of coins with subtle differences. But, as we'll discuss today, the most intriguing coins from this period are those with notable minting errors, like doubled dies and clipped planchets. These errors, while unintentional, make these quarters incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk about what actually makes a coin valuable in the world of collecting. We've all seen coins with imperfections, but in the world of numismatics, errors can turn a seemingly average coin into a highly sought-after treasure. Errors can happen in the minting process in a variety of ways. The two most common errors we'll focus on today are doubled die and clipped planchets. These errors are highly prized because they're unique, and they make the coin stand out from the regular run